know this isn't important, but we really do have to talk about this a little bit, is the fact that they talk about how fat this cat is all the time, and every time they talk about how fat this cat is, I look at my own fat dog and realize my dog is just as fat as this cat, and I will show you. See my little fat puppy? This is my fat puppy. Isn't she a little fatty, just as fat as that cat? We're gonna talk about this, but the male lead is more manipulative and controlling and possessive than any male lead I have come across. Like, he's more possessive and controlling and manipulative than frickin' the male lead from Scum Saving System, Thousand Autumns, Husky and His White Cat Shoes, and the Case Files of Kadum. Like, this man does everything he does in all 3 books is so he can make the main character dependent on him and make the main character want to die with him when he dies. Like, everything he does, every act he pulls on, every lie he tells, the mask that he wears is to make the main character dependent on him. And so the main character would die with him. Like, man is very mansplaining, gatekeeping, gaslighting, doing everything he can to have the main character under his control and will die with him. Like, he even feeds the main character his blood. Full on feeding the main character his blood. The memories the main character saw in book 2 weren't real memories, which I was confused reading that whole game because it did not make sense for the main character's character. I know this was his past life, but those memories did not seem correct. And the main character also thought, I was like, those are fake memories, and he thought someone else planted those fake memories. No, the person who planted those fake memories was the male lead, in a way to control and manipulate the main character. But the main character was just too smart for him. Like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with this man? Like, I knew I read some toxic male leads, controlling toxic male leads, or controlling toxic main characters, but damn, this bitch got up there. Like, I don't see many people talk about this book. Most of the time when they talk about male leads, or main characters, that's typically are the tops because I know that he's the top. They talk about the Husky and His White Cat Shoes and Case File Condemn, Thousand Autumns, and the Scum's Villain Self-Saving System. But no one talks about this bitch, and they need to start talking about this bitch. I'm just saying, everything happens is because he's trying to manipulate the main character into dying with him. Because he doesn't want to go by himself. He doesn't want to die by himself. Also, the reason why the main character reincarnates is because of his ass too. Like, the main character, when he died in his first life, he was supposed to just completely disappear. Just cease to exist. And this bitch was like, nah, this is not fucking happening. I'm gonna make him reincarnate. He makes a whole freaking deal so the main character reincarnates. And if the main character, freaking dies, because the main character is technically the reason why there's the reincarnation thing, I'm pretty sure, and the whole sealing path. If the main character goes, there's no one to be there, and he's like, I'll make this deal so I can have the main character by myself, and anything happens to me, I'll have the main character die with me. Like, this, he's crazy. He's controlling and possessive, and I know I probably read it wrong, but woo. Also, the snake lady, she's told by her 4th uncle that she has to leave. She can't be part of the group anymore, the main character's force, and tells her to hand something over to the main character, which is a dragon pearl, and tell the main character she has to leave the force. So she tells the main character. She also is like, why are you sticking with male lead? With everything he's doing, he's maybe manipulating, controlling you, tricking this entire time. And the main character's like, honey, you deserve way better than me. Like, he gives her so many examples why he wouldn't be a good fit for her, why he's not a good person in a relationship, to get her to acknowledge they're never gonna be together. Even if the male lead's a POS, that is what the main character believes he deserves, because he believes she deserves way better than him, and that she has to go back home for her own good and her own safety. If her 4th uncle's wary about something going on to the point he having her quit her job, then, and a place that's been safe for her this entire time, and wants her to leave, it's probably good for her to leave. Also, she finds out that the male lead's identity, she finds out his true identity, and she also goes and informs everybody else in their force his identity. She's like, guys, you know what? He's basically kind of our big boss, and everyone's like, what? What? Like, the Ghost King was shaking because he always teased the male lead. And now he's like, what the hell? So, my boss is dating my big boss. Oh my god. Also, the person who the main character talked to, who he believed was his dad in book 2, wasn't actually his dad, but someone possessing his dad, who repeatedly possesses the main character's dad to get things done, like having the Force formed. Like, we found out in like book 2 or book 1 that the Force was formed by the help of the main character's dad, but that wasn't technically the main character's dad, but you know, the person possessing the main character's dad. And he repeatedly does this to keep an eye on the main character, like how the Melly keeps an eye on the main character. Like, we see when the main character goes back in time 11 years because he needs to get a certain book, and also because the person possessing, well, a fragment of the person possessing the main character's dad needed the main character to see a certain thing so the main character knows what's going on and see all the truth and see that the Melly was manipulating him. Like, also sees the male lead and the fake dad arguing, like, whoa. Like, the main character's like, God damn this shit. People around me are manipulating and controlling me everywhere. I turned around. Also, I will say this. Is there a ship for the newbie and Ghost King? Because I'm totally shipping it from book 2 and book 3. Like, I am full on shipping the shit. Like, it is giving me main character and male lead from Heaven's Official Blessing, but with darker tones. Like, am I not the only one who feels that way? Like, the newbie kind of gives vibes of what, you know, the main character from Heaven's Official Blessing would be in a modern setting if he wasn't the main character. And same with, you know, the Ghost King if he was, you know, the male lead from Heaven's Official Blessing in a modern setting. You could tell me I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm giving. And them have a little bit of toxicity in between their relationship. But come on, they're giving the vibes of those characters. But at the same time, I'm a little just too obsessed with Heaven's Official Blessing. We know this. I mean, I saw this cute little scarf based off the male lead from Heaven's Official Blessing, and I want it. And I also saw an umbrella based off him, and an umbrella that has both characters on it, and I kind of want it. We all know I got terrible spending habits, but I want those umbrella and that scarf, and it might be mine one day. We all know it.